You're watching Nevada Business Chronicles. Take a journey with us to see the innovative businesses that put Nevada on the business map. Connecting you with the businesses, events, and organizations that bring innovation and prosperity to the Nevada area, please welcome your host, Mitch Burney. Are you pregnant? Thinking about getting pregnant? Know somebody that's already pregnant? Then you need to pay attention to this episode. We're here with Sarah Walton, Bright Heart Birth Services here in Reno. What is Bright Heart Birth Services?
Well, to put it simply, I'm a birth and postpartum doula. I do childbirth education, placenta encapsulation, and I offer a video package where you can document pregnancy all the way through birth. You want to see what I do? Let's go and I'll show you.
All right. One of the things you mentioned that you offer is placenta encapsulation, and some of our viewers right now are going, what? What's that? Tell me a little bit about placenta encapsulation.
Sure. Placenta comes after the baby. Some people throw it away, some people bury it, some people make a broth, smoothies. Placenta encapsulation is a little bit more palatable for a lot of people. And the most popular way is steamed with lemon and ginger, and then that is thrown out and the placenta is dehydrated and then pulverized and put into a pill form. It protects against more bacterias and it has a longer shelf life. The idea behind it is to reintroduce some nutrients into the postpartum mom. That includes hormones like oxytocin, some small trace minerals, and iron. And it can be taken on a higher dosage and kind of weaned off of it when their hormones are kind of more evened out, and it helps avoid, for a lot of people, it helps avoid postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, the baby blues. Some people notice an increase in milk supply, and other people just notice a more even mood.
One of the things that I'm present to is there's been some sterilization going on. You're in a hazmat suit, so tell me about the process itself.
Well, this time we're in the client's home, and so I've just cleaned everything off, and I've laid down some plastic wrap to kind of just make a barrier. I'm wearing this beautiful outfit more for my protection than for other people's, just because I am messing with another person's blood. And what we're going to do is cut up the lemon and ginger, and then I will go over to the sink and rinse out the blood from the placenta. This side is the side that's attached to the mother. So this is the maternal side. Looks kind of like hamburger meat. So that's the part that's attached to the uterus. And after the baby is born, a small clot forms behind here and it starts to peel away from the uterus. This side is the side that the baby is in. So this is when your water breaks, it's this membrane. Okay. Just going to dry the placenta off a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to put the cord in a pretty way. I'm putting some of the blood that I saved on the placenta so that I can take a cool print of it. So I'm just going to lay this down on here. I'm going to kind of push it down. There's one, but I'm going to do one more because that one's pretty wet. So we basically make a little nest out of the lemon and ginger in here. And then we take the placenta and we set it in here, maternal side up. So we let that steam for about 15-20 minutes. It all depends on the size of the placenta, how long it takes to really heat it all the way up. And then we'll slice it and we'll put it on that dehydrator.
I want to make sure people watching don't think this is something you can try at home or do it yourself. You went through a lot of training and there's variables involved here.
Yeah, there are actually multiple ways that you can do this process, and the safety of it depends on the mother herself and how the birth and delivery went and how the placenta's been stored up until the point of processing. So that's a conversation I have with each client, and it can always be adjusted depending on how their birth goes.
And there are different preparations as a result of those variables.
Absolutely,
so not just one preparation fits all.
Yeah, there are some that are safe for some circumstances and some that would be very dangerous in other circumstances.
A lot of training, very expensive training for you to even be able to prepare a placenta. So what are we going to do now? Yeah,
so this is the placenta. It's basically shrunk down. In the steaming process, there is a considerable amount of mass lost. So this is the maternal side, and then over here you can still see those little veins. So now I'm just going to slice it up and put it on the dehydrator, and then we're going to dehydrate it. There's only a few mammals out in the wild who do not eat their placenta. I think the camel is one of them, and humans, maybe another one. So there is definitely some nutrients in there. They've done a lot of studies to figure out why animals eat their placenta, and they still aren't totally sure why. So there's got to be some benefits and some reason that they're doing that. We're going to take the dried placenta, I'm going to grind it up in this little grinder, and then we're going to put it in pill form.
You are also a doula. For people that don't know what a doula is, what's a doula?
A doula is a person who provides physical, informational, and emotional mental well-being support for people through pregnancy, labor, and in the postpartum period.
Okay, so kind of share with me what kind of services, what kind of support, how this whole process works.
Depending on when we're hired in the process, we have a checklist of things and steps that we can go through. We kind of work as what some people would see as maybe a wedding planner for birth. So we're an event planner for birth. We make sure that we get them all their options, go over any decisions they might have to make, birth plans, coping measures, those type of things.
Many people probably think that a doula is primarily just for the pregnant mom, but there's more to it.
At the end of the day, I, as a doula, will no longer be there. So it's important that we get them through the process as a family together and closer and stronger. There are so many partners and mothers and fathers who've come to us afterwards and said, you guys were great, we couldn't have done it without you. It's not just the mothers, it's the whole family, the whole team. We've had nurses, we've had doctors, we've had midwives. I'll be very, very excited about having a doula in the room.
Today we're going to have the pleasure, a gift from a family that's very close to delivery, and they're willing to share what it's like from their perspective. So why don't we go meet them? Julie, thank you for having us in your home.
Hi Mitch, nice to meet you. You're welcome.
Tell me what it is like for you to have a doula. What have you gotten out of it thus far? I mean, you're still before delivery, so what have been the benefits from having a doula?
Pretty much I could ask her anything, any question, any concern, any symptom or fear that I've had. She's always been available via text, email, phone call.
I understand we're going to get a chance to even follow you through the delivery process and after postpartum. Thank you so much for allowing us to do that.
Absolutely.
First of all, Julie, congratulations.
Thank you.
Great time in life.
Exciting.
Nice and resting and peaceful. Great times for mommy. Tell me a little bit about looking back now at the process of having a doula. How did that impact your whole process of having a baby?
Sarah was very helpful in the process just by helping me be more prepared and educated with my decision making and advocate for what I wanted as far as my birth plan went, and just to know kind of the next step and what was going to happen next.
Having Sarah there during the delivery, how did that impact the process?
She had a lot of insight and was able to kind of prep me for what was happening next, and there was a point where I started to panic and she was able to help me keep calm and know that everything was going to be okay. So that was really helpful.
So looking back, what would you say the biggest difference having Sarah as a doula made in the entire process?
She helped so much, just put my mind at ease and to, make me feel like I knew what I was doing, even though I didn't at all.
Well, she does this virtually every day,
Right,
so
right.
of course that does help prepare you. So
Yeah,
doing it all over again, wouldn't hesitate.
not at all. Yeah, I would recommend a doula to any and everyone, no matter what
Even though
type
you've already had one, you would still have a doula for your next one.
Right.
Ed and Kathy, Grandma and Grandpa, and Rolanda's dad, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I want to ask a question. There's, I think, a misconception that doula is for the birthing mother. So if you wouldn't mind, tell me how having a doula impacted you as a father.
So I didn't know what to expect, and I read some information about what the doula does and how they help the moms, but Sarah was amazing. Like I said, I didn't know what her job was, but she did everything. She obviously comforted the mom, she made sure I was okay, and she did a great job.
She wasn't there replacing you in any way, shape, or
Correct.
form.
She wasn't, but as a first-time parent, if I was going to be there by myself, I think it would have been very difficult.
So she was supporting you as well.
Yes, so I was very happy she was there.
And how did that impact you as grandma and grandpa?
I've never been a grandma before, so it was really awesome to see Sarah in action, helping my little girl, because she's obviously my precious child. So to see Sarah there to help my daughter, and then to tell me in very special ways how to help Julie get through the contractions. It was amazing.
Kind of like each one of us had a job. Not a job, but when she's having a contraction, here's what you can do, this. It was cool. I felt completely comfortable with her. In fact, I don't even know why we were at the hospital. She could have done it all.
But it was amazing.
Yeah,
it was amazing being a part of it.
You've had children before, so
I have, yeah.
knowing now what it's like to have a doula.
I sure wish I would have had Sarah.
Yeah.
She was awesome.
She really
Yeah.
was. She was great.
Yeah.
Congratulations again, everyone.
Thank you.
What a difference you've made in this family's lives. It's a pleasure to be able to witness that. What made you get into being a doula and a placenta encapsulator?
At the end of the day, I want everyone's experience from pregnancy through birth and postpartum to be a positive experience. I don't care how you have your baby. I don't care whether it's in the woods. I don't care if it's on a table. I really don't care. But I do care that you feel positive and empowered. That's why I do GentleBirth childbirth education. I do birth doula services. I do placenta encapsulation, and I do postpartum doula support.
When should somebody retain a doula? At what point in their pregnancy?
I would say to do it as soon as you know you're pregnant. Good doulas fill up quickly. We're limited to how many people we can take in a month, and the fee is the same whether you hire them the day that that test is positive or the day that you go into labor. So you might as well get as much support and information for as long a period of time.
Bang for the buck.
Yes, absolutely.
How would somebody go about retaining your services?
They can call or text me at my number, which is 775-235-8272, or they can check out my website, which is brightheartbirth.com.
That's Sarah Walton, Bright Heart Birth Services. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I've enjoyed this one a lot.
It was lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
For more information on this guest or to see this show in its entirety, visit nvbusinesschronicles.com. While you're there, you can watch all of our past shows on the Chronicles page and stay connected with us by following us on our social media. Now more from Nevada Business Chronicles.
I am so excited to be back with talented musical recording artist and fashion designer, Christine Storm. So good to see you again.
Thank you, Mitch. Good to see you.
And the Mudge.
The Mudge, who's soon to be a star.
Many cat lovers have cats they love, but Mudge is really an actress.
Yeah, she's an actress. We got some footage of her we're going to share with the world soon.
Can't wait to talk about that. That's coming.
Yeah.
So it never gets boring here in the world of Christine Storm. Speaking of the world of Christine Storm, you have a new line of clothing. I got goosebumps because it's exceptional, and we're going to get to talk about today how well received this new line is. Your second year?
Yes, our second year, our second ad in the official PGA Tour magazine.
International PGA Golf magazine.
Yes, and last time we did a show, we were doing the photo shoot of this spread, and here it is. Kylie Howard was our photographer who did a phenomenal job, and we got this right in the middle of the wonderful table of contents, so we're very, very happy about that.
And it's a sneak peek at just part of this incredible new line, which is really getting global attention.
Yes, we have some new friends in India and business partners we're working with. We are very excited about it, and we have been honored with an invitation to participate in India runway this year. So we'll be there in September on the India runway, and we could not be more thrilled. It's a huge honor. Only 2 foreign designers are asked every year to participate, and we happen to be one of them.
Thank you for inviting our audience to take a look behind the scenes in your design center.
Yes, come this way.
Let's do it. Well, this may be the closest I've ever been to a sewing machine in my life.
I kind of believe it. This workhorse was bought for me by my friend and mentor Diane Boone, who has introduced me to this world of contact sport.
Called sewing. Didn't realize it was a contact sport, but I guess needle finger contact.
Exactly, much of that, so yes.
What inspired you to design clothes? And if you wouldn't mind, for people that are unfamiliar with clubwear creations, tell me about the brand, the style of clothing that you're creating, which is absolutely never been done before.
My manager, Tiffany Gaines, said, you should create your own line. You should be a designer. So I said, well, you know, I've been looking at something for a while. I've been thinking about it. And John, my husband, said, "Do you have?" And I said, "Yeah, sexy golf clothes." So we designed a traditional golf clothing line in the sense that it follows the rules of the golf course. The right length, the collars, all of that, but we changed the lines up so that women no longer looked boxy. They looked slender and beautiful and stylish and couture, and literally they can change their shoe and go out to a nice wine bar or a dinner house or a dance club if they want to.
It seems to me like you're making the sport more accessible to people that really want to look and feel good about themselves and still enjoy the activity.
An LPGA golfer, or what I like to call a civilian golfer like myself, that just likes to go out and enjoy the game and not really take it too seriously, can be within the rules of a golf course and still feel very stylish and swing the club effortlessly. So that was the main point of the line. It's also convenient not having to fight traffic and valet if you're on a vacation and you feel the need to rush back to your hotel room, change into something else, and then go out for the evening. You know, especially if you're in LA, that can take you several hours, or if you're stuck in a traffic jam. So it just makes it more convenient to be able to just transition your clothing, and transitional clothing is all the rage right now.
I can imagine this cuts down on the volume of clothes needed when you are traveling if you can use them in multiple locations.
That was the idea behind the Christine Storm golf line as well as the new resort line. We wanted people to be able to take their clothes that are transitional in one suitcase and feel that they could go walk on a beach, go out to a golf course, go out to dinner, and maybe take a few different pairs of shoes instead of leaving all those shoes behind because you've packed way too many clothes.
Well, you just rocked the world for all the women around the world by saying that.
I'm no dummy.
So what do you have in your lap? What are we doing now? What are we working on?
I like vintage material. I like to shop the secondhand stores and find material that's been out of commission for, say, 30 or 40 years and rework it and do something different with it. Part of the challenge of India Runway and the whole time I'm down there is you really shouldn't be wearing other designers' clothes, so on top of all the other clothes we're having made, I'm making my own clothes to wear down there.
There's another very special part about this show that you're presenting, and I don't want to steal your thunder. You have a heart of gold, you and John.
Well, thank you, but I think it's a trend around the world, and I'm happy to report that people find a need and try to feel it, and there is a need to help children all around the world as well as here in the United States, and we're trying to add our 2 cents, and we get to talk about and display something that we're very excited about called Joyful Places that we'll talk about after India when I get back, and we have some footage to show you about that.
But wait, there's more. That would be enough for the average person, but you're anything but average. You also, as a musical recording artist, are releasing a couple of new songs, and we get to go behind the scenes and show what it takes to produce music videos.
Yes, yes.
I couldn't be more excited.
Me too.
This is one of those moments people rarely get to see, is behind the scenes during a shoot for a music video. Tell me about the song and the meaning behind it.
The song is called I Hear You, and it's about God hearing you when you finally get to that point where you really decide to start talking to Him. One of my favorite lines in the song is, "Then I heard Him say, I'll make up for all you lack." I feel that if you're on a spiritual quest, the first thing you have to realize is that you're lacking in some way, and my opinion is if you're on a spiritual trek, that qualifies you to love, not to judge.
Okay, Christine, so let's stand in front of those rocks right there.
Okay.
And then I'll get a shot of you looking towards the mountain.
Okay.
And maybe just do those poses we talked
Right.
about where, you know,
Right,
it's really,
yeah. More
like
of the hand stuff first.
warrior-esque.
Where's the shot? Is it like going to be 3/4 or is it going to be up here?
We'll start with about a 3/4 shot, and then we'll do a full where it's from head to toe.
I started talking to God, and he started talking back. Then I heard him say, I'll make up for all you lack.
This isn't just behind the scenes. We've been invited into the room of doom. I love it. This is just fantastic. How did this room get the nickname, the Room of Doom?
Yes, my husband and I, we lovingly refer to this room as the Room of Doom. We're the best neighbors. We came in here and we soundproofed this entire room. We double paned all the windows and put up big glass, and nobody would even know it's here, but all the amps go to 11 and we rock out pretty loud in here.
This song has some real special meaning right now in a time in our world where things are just turn on the news, constant, a barrage of negative, and you really were present to that and wrote a song about it.
I can say that I'm very blessed to be able to write quickly, but this song took about 7 years to write. It started, you know, showing itself 7 years ago, hearing some sounds and a little bit of the melody and all that, and it just came out one day. I don't even know what horrific story I was watching on the news, but it finally just presented itself.
Many artists will produce a song like this for revenue. In this case, it was more important than that to you. So the meaning behind Numb, it's about what's happening in the world. So tell me a little bit about the song.
I felt the song was too important to monetize. I think that every time we turn on the news now or TV, we're seeing so much devastation and horror in the world. And I figured that I can't be the only one who feels numb to it and is starting to question if I'm getting numb to this, if it's just, am I actually seeing the numbers on the screen of how many people, how many victims? Am I seeing that, or is it just, oh yeah? And that's really the message behind the song, is we can't get numb to this.
Every time I listen to this song, there's just one more lyric that pops out at me. One of your favorites has to do with ignorance.
The lyric is, I go numb, say goodbye to ignorance, hello to dumb. There's a saying out there that when you know better, you do better. We know better. Are we doing better? This has been going on long enough.
You're right, this song is so important right now, and it is such an honor that we get to share this right now with our audience. So let's take a look at the video, Numb by Christine Storm.
I go numb with just another beating of the drum. I go numb, I hear the bagpipes marching on and on. I go numb, say goodbye to ignorance, hello to dumb. I go numb, I go numb, I go numb. I fear Our Lady's days are numbered. At least she made it to the hundreds. I go numb, I guess you win some
I do hope everybody likes the song. It's a pretty powerful rock ballad, and I hope you got something out of the video and it sparked a conversation. And if you want to comment, we appreciate that. You can follow me at CStormCentral or go to ChristineStorm.com. And I'd be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to the songwriting genius partner on this, Jerry Spicula at Abbey West Recording.
It is always a pleasure having you on our show.
Thank you.
Very few people in our world are as committed to making a difference as you and John are. I honor you for that and just love having you on our show, so thank you for having us back.
We love being here. Thank you so much, Mitch.
For more information on this guest or to see this show in its entirety, visit nvbusinesschronicles.com. While you're there, you can watch all of our past shows on the Chronicles page and stay connected with us by following us on our social media. For information on becoming a guest on our show, contact us at info@nvbusinesschronicles.com. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week at the same time for more from Nevada Business Chronicles.